Hi, I'm Kerrick Butler. I have the honor of serving as the president of the South Cobb Business Association. Thank you for streaming this podcast. I want to encourage you, however you're listening, whether it's Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, make sure you subscribe. I want to thank Riverside Epic Center for this wonderful opportunity to host our podcast here, and a special shout out and thank you to all of our 2024 banner sponsors. We appreciate you. Today we have a special podcast. In the studio with me, I have Bathsheba Francis, and she's going to share with you about what her business is doing in the community and how much SCBA means to her and her business. Ms. Francis, thank you for being here today.
Good morning.
Morning. So tell us about your business. Tell us about what you do.
What I do? Well, I am a community member for one. What I do is I help people find funding for real estate properties.
Okay.
That's the heart of it. I love doing it because I know that real estate is one of the most important things a person can own.
Right.
It's the easiest way for people to create generational wealth, right?
Yes.
We're supposed to create wealth for our children's children.
Right.
And real estate is the best way to do it and the easiest way to do it because you're using something that you already have an expense for to go ahead and sow in and create that wealth that way.
Yeah.
And so that's why I love what I do. I know that I'm called to do it.
Yeah.
And it makes a difference in a person's, not only their personal life, but their community's life, right?
Right.
Because one of the parts of the American dream is home ownership, right?
Yeah.
And then once you surpass home ownership, then you have the opportunity to be a resource for somebody else. If, let's say you want to become a landlord or things of that nature, or create affordable housing. There's so many ways that we can sow in through the real estate,
That's so good, yeah.
And so that's what I do. That's what I love. I find creative ways of helping people find funding for that. One of the biggest barriers in my personal community here in South Cobb is people being able to save up enough money for that down payment, right? And there's so many misconceptions, right? And so what I try to do is I try to educate people on, no, you don't have to have 20% down to purchase a home anymore. That myth is still an active myth. Yeah. And there are people out here propelling it because they have self-interest. However, you can get a home with government assistance with a down payment as low as 3.5.
Wow.
Then we have the Georgia Dream program, which actually helps people handle the down payment.
Okay.
So that's my passion, that's my goal. I love being here in the South Cobb area because through the association, it helps us it helps us to understand how things are going on in our Pacific community, right? It educates us, it keeps us informed about, the things that are happening so we can be a better assistance to our neighbors. And so that's why I love, the South Cobb Business Association. That's why I love what I do. And I want to be an effective member in my community.
Awesome. Thank you so much for being a part. How can people contact you?
The best way to contact me, you can just Google me. It's Bathsheba Francis. My website is bathshebafrancis.com. Okay. You can hear about our upcoming homeowner seminars that we have. It's just an educational resource that we have. So that's the best way. I have a phone number. It's 678-568-1105.
Awesome. Thank you for being here today. Make sure you check out her website, and you can follow her there and get more information about her upcoming seminars. Subscribe to this podcast. Thank you so much for tuning in and streaming it. Share it with somebody else, and we'll see you next time. Ms. Francis, thank you so much for being in the studio with us today.
You're welcome, and thank you for having me.
Everyone, South Cobb is open for business. Let's prosper together. We'll see you next time.